Behold! A monster made out of monochrome pixels!
Why?
For science!
Did someone say science?
Yes!
Though I have to ask, I appreciate a monster as much as the next mad scientist, but why pixels? And why monochrome?
Because I can! And it has the power to make portals to send people into the monochrome realm!
Can't fault a guy with that kind of enthusiasm for science. You know, green and black would be easier on the eyes than black and white.
What? That would just be weird! What? Behold, it has escaped! It's more clever than even I had anticipated.
Ooh, now we can see it in action. Oh boy.
Alright, I knew this was coming. Ninja Golf, developed by BlueSky Software for the Atari 7800, who've also developed another golf game for the 7800, PGA Tour Golf for the Amiga, and later on, things like Shadowrun and the Vectorman games for the Genesis. Go figure, Vectorman's pretty cool, and I've heard good things about Shadowrun, so we know they can actually make good games, but is this one of them? I mean, everyone likes ninjas. And I like golf games. A little bit. Okay, actually, maybe a lot. Maybe a whole lot. Maybe a little more than is actually healthy. And that's not even counting the Mac PGA Tour games I have the program files for, but not the discs anymore. That's not important. Point is, this game seems too ridiculous to pass up. I mean, look at the box. Ninja outfit, balls, tees, clubs, nunchucks, a scimitar? What ninja would have a scimitar? All the box art is just weird. So what is the plot of this game? Is there a plot? Actually, yes. In this game, you know what? This will be better if I read it direct and unfiltered, straight from the manual. Battle for every hole. For 10 years you've trained to be a ninja, and now your master tells you it's time to take the final, most difficult test and become a master ninja. You must complete the game of death. You must play 9 holes of ninja golf? You knew your master was a bit weird, but nothing prepared you for this. You must attempt to sneak in a birdie between karate kicks while you battle ninja opponents. Par for this course means leaving the green littered with fallen foes. You gain points for both your golf game and defeating attacking ninja. You can also earn points for finding treasures and other bonus items along the course. Once you've completed all 9 holes successfully, be ready to challenge the disguised Master Ninja. This final battle will determine whether or not you become a Master Ninja. And if you win, it will improve your golf score. Yeah, that's right from the manual. So yes, to become a Master Ninja, you must complete a grueling 9-hole round of ninja golf. That is literally the plot. Yeah, now you know why I'm reviewing this after that shit Aqua Teen Hunger Force game. It's a 9-hole golf game with fighting in between each stroke. Of all the things to try and rip off, why ninja golf? Anyways, I'm stalling long enough, let's just play this thing. Okay, really, there's not much to cover as far as golf goes from the look of it. It's just aim your shot, time your power, and that's it. It's a one-click system. Yeah, you don't even click to start the swing, so this is literally the easiest swing system I've ever seen. Easier than using the Everybody's Clubs and Hot Shots Golf. Again with the Hot Shots Golf references.
Nice shot.
One day maybe I'll review those. One day. Anyway, ninja golf. So this doesn't seem bad. A little simple maybe, but hey, punch and dodge stuff, go and smack your balls around, get to the green, fight a boss, pick up some power-ups, and you've even got ninja stars for if things go bad. So it's basically a side-scroller with a bit of golf to break things up. The bosses aren't that difficult. Once in a while you might get hit when it seems like you shouldn't, but you have unlimited ninja stars for these, despite the manual telling you that you carry 10 and have to reload by going to the left side of the screen. Bunch of liars. But you'll have enough to worry about, because once you beat the boss, you'll realize reason number 1 the game is so hard. You don't get your health restored between levels. Okay, level with me here. I know it's an old game, and old games kinda tend to be brutal, but I don't know, think about Castlevania, Mega Man. They're hard as hell. Could you imagine if you didn't get a health refill in between levels? That would be ridiculous. But on the other hand, this is a much shorter game. You're doing a 9-hole course, and to become a master ninja at that. You don't get a break in between holes. I mean, if this was a game where you're doing a 100-man kumite, which you essentially are now that I think about it, I wouldn't expect to get breaks in between that either. That's not our only issue, though. Oh, I wish. Then I'd actually be playing a good game. No, it's hard for all the wrong reasons, too. This is something that's a little hard to explain, but the control seems quite sluggish, especially your attacking. You don't really notice it at first because you're only fighting one enemy at a time to start with. Then 2 and you start noticing it a little, and then you get to 3 and you're pretty well screwed. Your ninja stars can save you, if you can throw them. You have to be standing still to throw them, and if there's too much stuff on screen, they won't even throw. That's right, if you've got 3 enemy ninjas, one of the killer animals, and one of their projectiles, that's just too much for this game, and you can't throw anything. That is total bullshit. Oh, and full disclosure, I'm playing this with a keyboard, and I'm still having these issues. So this is a game issue, not a controller issue. Your attacks are just slow. It looks like I just suck, but pop in something like, say, Kung Fu on NES, and then try and play this, and you'll know what I mean. If the combat segments of this played more like Kung Fu or something, this could be pretty cool, but the horrendous control combined with the unfair health system means that you're required to get lucky power-up spawns to even have a chance of completing this game. There's not too many different power-ups. There's 3 more common ones and 3 really rare ones. The throwing star power-up gives you 5 extra throwing stars, the shield gives you 15 seconds of invulnerability, and the potion gives you a bit of health back. The rare ones are the ones you'll be hoping and praying for to complete this game. You have a full health restoration, which is really only useful if you find it at the right time. If you've got my luck, you'll probably find it right after losing a life. This is a strange power-up to have when you also have an extra life power-up. Then there's the warp, which skips you straight to the boss fight, and is the only way to get an eagle on these holes. Not even kidding on that, your shot distance is so lacking you can't get an eagle normally. So the game is difficult, hard to control, glitches out an important method of attack sometimes, and relies on luck to get you anything good. Still, if you want to get past this game, there's some things you can do to try and last longer. First of all, avoid water when possible. Most hazards are fine to deal with. The fairway has gophers that fling dirt at you, which I'm almost certain is a Caddyshack reference. The rough has giant frogs, and both of those just require some jumping. Though that can be easier said than done when you've got 3 ninjas attacking you. The forest has birds that seem to lay eggs at you in mid-flight. Yeah. Those just require timing, and same for the snakes in the bunkers. In fact, if you get the timing right, you can run, kick, and never stop. The water, though, has sharks that come after you at 2 different altitudes, in a game that already doesn't let you throw things half the time. Oh, and the ninjas will still be chasing after you, too. Heaven help you. Yes, you and the other ninjas run underwater. I'm not even questioning it anymore. This game is very silly. The other thing is to get good at the boss fights. Each one can be timed pretty well, up until the end when things get too fast to even do that. It's generally possible to take little to no damage on all of these, though. No wonder your ninja sucks at using his throwing stars. He throws them end over end. It must not hurt the boss too bad either. He just looks like he gets bored and flies off when he takes too many hits. Hole number 1 is simple, just a right dogleg towards the green. No need to worry about cutting the rough. Like I said, that's not really a big deal anyways. Having to shoot from it makes your distance shorter, though. Not that golf score really matters, except for the extra bonus points. You know, like that Aqua Teen Hunger Force game. Ugh! Oh, and you know, points for a high score that doesn't even save. I know it's Atari 7800 and that's a minor complaint, but just add it to the pile of complaints we've got going here. I would add the sound, but considering this thing still has to use the Atari 2600 sound hardware, yeah, it's alright. Hole number 2 is a dogleg left. Sort of. It's really more 2 separate pieces of fairway with a giant bunker dividing them. Sand's not really a big deal either, especially if you're playing on easy, like you should, and aren't dealing with many ninjas yet. Oh yeah, the only difference between difficulties is how soon the game starts throwing more enemies at you. That's it. Hole number 3 is a dogleg right, though once again, really more two divided pieces of fairway, though divided by a river this time instead, which is going to suck as all water in this game is shark infested. Or you could get really lucky like I did on my playthrough where I actually completed the game and warped straight over that water and onto the green. Huh. Hole number 4 plays the same nonsense with the left dogleg, but over a forest instead. Basically, this game is just forcing you through each type of hazard, sort of introducing you to them. Nothing really diabolical so far. Oh no, the holes that make you hate life come later. Hole number 5. Yeah, hit high and cut across the sand. Try and stay out of the water as much as possible. It's actually important to hit high early because, well, it's about here I found out the golf mechanics somehow still suck even despite how simple they are. You can't aim downwards at all, and you can't aim anywhere that would make your aiming line go off screen, so this can really limit your options at times. So Ninja Golf manages to screw up both the ninjing and the golf. Great. Thanks. Shut up, I know ninjing isn't a word. I don't think this game would care. Hole number 6. Really, this isn't bad at all. A dogleg left that's a nice respite, and there's plenty of places you can cut to have lots of environment transitions, which will clear everything from the screen. Gotta cheese the game however you can to get past it. Hole number 7. If you didn't know the shortcomings of the golf mechanics before, you definitely will here, as attempting to zigzag this hole will leave you trudging through a ton of forest instead. This hole is more of a chicane than any sort of dogleg. Hole number 8. If you didn't notice, these last 2 holes will make you hate life. This one possibly the most. It's mostly water, making this nuttier than the 17th hole at TPC Sawgrass, especially since the island in the middle is made entirely of roughened sand. This is just brutal, and you'll probably lose at least 1 life, if not more. I don't know what to tell you other than run, jump, and pray. Hole number 9. Well, if you ever thought the course designers for Augusta National needed something to make them look sane. Seriously, that course is a nightmare, and that thing actually exists. Then look no further than here. There's no fairway. It's a strip of sand, a strip of forest, and a lake with a green on it. Who built this? Was this all custom built by the Ninja Master himself? Is he that loopy? Speaking of, the manual talks about how we fight the disguised Ninja Master on the last hole. Maybe we at least get a climactic boss fight to claim the mantle of Master Ninja for ourselves? Go upwards on this hole and approach the middle of the green straight on. You want as little time in the water as possible. Finally get to the green and it's... really. Unless the Ninja Master is disguised as just another boss fight, the manual lied again. Really? Can't trust the manual for anything. If you manage to get past this ridiculously fast boss fight, you get your ending screen, which, while it is just a bit of text, at least there's no horrible errors on it or anything. It's even got congratulations there, in Japanese, with the proper polite suffix for someone superior to you, which, let's face it, a Master Ninja probably would be. You know what? For the Atari age, that's a pretty neat ending screen, but the game itself is just awful. I really wanted to like this so much better than Zombie Ninja Pro-Am over there. I really did, but I just can't. The most I can say is it looks decent for the time, and it doesn't feel like it's trying to troll me the entire game. It's at least trying, but at the same time Zombie Ninja Pro-Am had a bit more variety and humor to it. Aside from the novelty value though, I really can't recommend either of these games. Which is a shame, this was one of the last games to come out for the 7800 before support was dropped for it. And now I never have to touch them again, and we can get on to... Oh, jeez, what's going on out there? Oh, what the... Strange, the mouse muttered. It feels as if I've been zapped someplace entirely different, and yet it feels so familiar. He looked around this monochromatic land, at first in confusion, then in a veritable wave of feelings, some joyous and some terrifying. This was indeed very familiar, if he wasn't mistaken, and one of the most daunting of games. A devious enigma of puzzles that had gone 20 years unsolved in his life. Oh no. The mouse let out in a hushed, somber tone. To escape from this I have no choice. He paused, looking up to the sky. I must embark on the fool's errand. Look at this thing. Ninja outfit, balls, tees, golf. Shit. Damn it. Oh, I did good with that one, but no, it fell. Oh, God. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, fucking Lord. And now I never have to touch them again, and we can get on to... Oh, Jesus, what's going on out there? I hate life right now. Oh, shit. We still have some decent bloopers out of this one, I guess.